I am BB Christian, and this is the Minecraft Forever World. So this video is going to be a very special one because we have a mission. We are going to start Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. So that way we can finally get some furniture in this place. So that means we need to go ahead and look into everything that is required. So obviously the first thing we're going to need is the workbench and the system that Mr. Makaz is gonna need. So the first thing we need to do is look into this. Obviously it is around here somewhere. We need the electrical, I think it's like something like the electrical, yeah, it's the light electricity generator, which requires a block of redstone. So we need to go mine some redstone, a blast furnace, and the only way I can think of crafting a blast furnace is only way I could think of crafting a blast furnace. Hello? Seriously? We need to go ahead and actually go mine some of the materials needed to get us a blast furnace and all the materials necessary in order to get us an actual light electrical generator, and then we can start moving towards the workbench. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into this. So I figured out exactly what we are gonna need for both materials. Firstly, we're gonna need 3 things of stone. For the stone cutter necessary, which is necessary for the workbench, and we need a blast furnace. We're gonna need a blast furnace for the generator, which means we're gonna need 3 things of smooth stone. So I should have probably grabbed a couple of some extra. We need some wood. We got wood right here. And after that, we just need iron, which we have probably a good abundance of. We have about 33 pieces of iron, which should be pretty good. But I say we go mine for some more. So, let's grab our pickaxes. And let's get to mining. Oh, come on! Boy, do we have a haul. Boy, do we have a absolute haul. As you may have already guessed, I did in fact get a little bit distracted and took down a large pillar that was getting in the way. And I can guarantee you it was large. Like, really, really large. Anyway, let me go ahead and borrow this andesite real quick. Actually, nah, not so much the andesite. Let me borrow this. Just need that there. Just real quick. And iron. I'm gonna go ahead. So today is a bit of a hard day today, especially considering what's happened this week. We lost 2 legends about a couple days ago. So the first one we lost this week was Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away this week on the 22nd of July. And we lost another legend yesterday. We lost the legendary Hulk Hogan. I'm dead serious. We lost Hulk Hogan. A true legend who we will never forget. Changed the lives of many and redefined the WWE. I mean, to many in the millennial generation who grew up with Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Jerry the King Lawler, Roddy Piper, who else? Randy the Macho Man the Macho Man Randy Savage, excuse me. The Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant. Like true legends who have defined a legacy. People like Razor Ramon. Johnny, Jesse the Body Ventura. Legends that were back during the days when WWE was just simply called the World Wrestling Federation. Like, days long gone during the existence of, like, things like WCW. Like, you can't make this up. It truly does sting. It stings. And it really, really stings. It hurts. Because like the next generation after us, I don't think we'll get the chance to know who Hulk Hogan was. But the good news is that it's up to us now. So I just found out that there was one piece missing and I need a wrench. How do I get a wrench? Huh. Iron. And I need string. So it turns out I missed a couple things, unfortunately. Well, actually, I only missed one item, and it's just, I need a wrench, pretty much. That's all I need. After that, I can put everything online. But in order to make the wrench, I need string. And the only way I can get string, I'm sure you guys have guessed it, it's spiders. Which finally leads me into my next goal. Finally, for the very first time, we are finally putting this back on normal difficulty. We are getting ready to fight our first set of mobs. Anywho, we are safe from creepers, and we have all the materials needed to finally get our adventure started. So why don't we go ahead and also, while we're at it, take this stuff out of the chest. Take this bread out of the chest so we can finally get filled up on food. Should have gotten this prepared. Should have considered the hunger bar before switching back to normal, but to be honest, it happens. Happens to the best of us. We can set up a wrench. Now official channels are online. Now we have this full set of stuff we can do. So now the real fun can begin. dokie, everyone, we are back. And at the time of recording this specific segment of the video, it is the day after I said that we were going to be back. So the short version is that we had an unfortunate power outage that really kind of made my tech crap itself. Basically, everything was out, lights, computer, PlayStation, everything. So that's all you guys need to know. That's essentially what happened. Anyway, I made some improvements. I don't know. I know you guys have probably seen the time lapse by now, but as you can imagine, I made some improvements. Obviously, I did some work on the interior, adding a little bit of some vegetation. Obviously, we also added some furniture from Mr. Crayfish's Furniture. We have a stove, which I want to say is still functional. I can check that real quick. Okay, so it is still connected, but I don't think the item itself that I need is online. Oh, okay, so it is still online, thankfully. Okay, but yeah, it is still online. But I got at least 3 things that are currently in need of that electricity. Obviously, this is the range hood. This is the hood that you need to get this started. And then obviously I got me some storage cabinets for the kitchen, and then obviously some storage drawers for the same reason. Obviously I got me a cutting board, and I got me a little table right here. And I made a few rearrangements here in the bedroom. I actually completely forgot to place this in here because I actually had this planned earlier. So I'm gonna put that there. Okay, so now that I have my end table, but anyway, I also have a couple of some storage drawers right here. These actually will serve as a special place for all of my equipment. And yeah, it's actually pretty fun. I think this is probably the coolest thing I've seen today. Now, obviously, I will have further decorations done at some point in time. I do want to install a mod that allows me to actually make to put in custom art, but I think for the most part, I think I'll just stick with map art. Like I said, I'll figure something out, but I do want to incorporate some map art around the area. Maybe a couple paintings here or there. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna see if there's a painting mod after this video. I think this would be really cool. So again, the only places that really received a lot of drastic changes were this area, the kitchen area overlooking, obviously this is the area overlooking the cave, and this area downstairs. So this is the main kind of lounge area where we're lounging around. I really want to put in a TV. I really want to put like a television screen on there. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, also there's one more around here that I thought we ought to have a look at. Obviously, this one in particular is something I worked on in the background. Obviously, this is a second floor. As you can see, I don't really have much done with it, but I do have the main foundation officially done with it. Now, I have actually a sort of a plan for what I'm gonna do with everything. So first of all, obviously, you guys may have probably noticed that my storage is somewhere else. I will show you guys that in just a moment, so that way you guys can get a better grasp of where the storage is located. Anyway, I do actually have this second floor window here, once again overlooking the cave. And then I have a balcony here. I'm still working on it, but I feel like this actually is a pretty good start as it is. But as you guys can see, I got this really cool looking balcony. I did use some of the Macaw's fences and walls for some of this, and yeah, I did unfortunately use the horse fences, which I mean I probably should have used a different type of fence, but actually, to be honest, comparatively, I think this looks really good, and I think this would be great for maybe like something here, maybe like a map of the world or whatnot. I'm not sure. you guys can tell me what you guys want down below. Okay, now definitely coming up, we are definitely going to be working on a bathroom. Actually, I do have an area for the bathroom, actually, if you guys will excuse me. And just a heads up, I will be switching this back to normal in just a moment, so just give me a sec. But yeah, so this specific area right here, I didn't know what to do with it, so that's why I just made it into a wall. But now I'm kind of thinking about knocking one of these parts out and actually making it into the bathroom area. Just nothing too big, but just big enough to fit like a tub, a toilet, and a sink, possibly a shower. So anyway, so you guys can rest easy. Also, I did actually add a mailbox. I did actually put an official address on this place because I do actually intend to turn this at least into a really cool looking town and whatnot. Now, on the other hand, I do want a area that is actually outside of the town to use for more of my industrial work. So like XP farming, trading halls, and freaking all that good jazz and whatnot. But I know in order to get a bathroom set up, I'm obviously gonna need a toilet, a sink, a tub, and that should be about, and that's pretty much exactly what I need. The other thing I'm gonna probably definitely need is definitely some new cool stuff. Just usually decorations and whatnot. Obviously there is in fact a television. Just let me know down below, are you guys enjoying these like longer time lapses? Because the only reason this one took as long as it did, number one was because of the blackout, and the other one because I wanted to give you guys a little something as more of an intermission thing, so you guys can maybe, I don't know, grab a snack or something like that. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I thought this was pretty cool. In the next episode, we are gonna be fighting the dangers of the night. I know I said we were gonna do it in this video, but I can promise you, in the next episode, we are doing that. We are fighting a battle against the dangers of the night, and we are gonna die as many times as possible. Now, just a heads up, I know you guys are gonna probably criticize me for being cheesy. Because I do have this on. I know you guys are going to criticize me for having this on, but I do have keep inventory on because I do not want to lose my inventory because of that. So we are going to be continuing progression by finally obtaining diamonds. And lastly, we are going to do this, but we are going to be continuing the progression of our house by finally getting the enchantment area set up. We're gonna be getting our base fully completed, and we're gonna get an enchantment area set up. I don't really have much of a plan as to what is gonna go down for that, and I don't just want it to be a box either. So also I did mention I was gonna show you guys this real quick, so give me 1 second. So obviously this is where the storage is, and also in the next video we are going to be working on a tiny little shed that will look just like what we have here to, you know, have a little continuity. Anyway, I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. Without further ado, I have been BB Christian. If you guys do like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. And if you guys want to see more amazing content like this, make sure to hit the to ring the bell. Anyway, without further ado, thank you guys all so much for watching. God bless, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.